actually have an amazing story about imprinting and the memory of foals. So one of the pony foals was born 2 years ago as a little bay Welsh pony. We called him Willow. And I've got a picture of my daughter. He was the first foal that she had ever cuddled, because I think she was like almost 2 or almost 3 at the time. I can't remember. But she was cuddling this little foal and loving it up and everything. And then for whatever reason, I taught the foal to lead and pick up its feet and do all the things that it needs to know, and then just turned him out in the field to grow up a happy, healthy herd foal. And then I would come up, once every couple of weeks and do some work with him and whatnot. But for whatever reason, he didn't meet my daughter. And and I brought him over to the horse farm here, which is a couple of hours away from my grandparents. And I started getting him ready to break in, like teaching him to mouth and, taking him places and to shows and tie him up to the float and, let him have some experiences, because we want him to be a lovely kid's pony one day when he grows up, or even a lovely little harness pony, whatever, suits him better. But he's a gorgeous, quiet little pony. So, he'll probably end up going to a lovely home for a little kid's pony. Anyway, so I brought him over, and he was a little bit shy when he first got here. He was like, this is all new and I miss my herd and all that sort of stuff. And he had just been gelded, so he was quite sorry for himself, and it was all a bit traumatic for him. So we kept him with Poppy and Jeremiah, who you guys have obviously seen. Have a look at our other videos to see those guys. They're so cute. Anyway, so we were a bit worried about him because he just wasn't connecting to us as well as the ponies usually do. Like, normally they chase you around, and as soon as they see you, they're like, oh, treats for me, and they come running with all their little manes flying, and they're adorable. But Willow was like, no, I don't like you, please leave. And then we took Aira out, and he saw Aira, and he just whinnied and ran over and was like all over her, and she was all over him, and they were just loving each other. And I couldn't for the life of me work out why. And then I was just randomly going through photos on my phone one day, because my phone is always full of videos and photos of the horses and Aira and the dogs and the chickens and, all the other crazy things that I do. So I was like, what is, anyway, I found this photo of my daughter and this little bay foal, and we've only had one bay foal, right? All the others have been black and white pintos, chestnut and white pintos, and we've had some solid blacks, and we've had a couple that go grey, but we've only had this one bay pony in all of the ponies that we've bred, which is lucky because bay is not my favourite colour. Anyway, so I was thinking, this little foal, she was the first person to cuddle it and kiss it and smooch it. And she has grown, and the foal has grown, and they've never interacted since then. There's been years between it. But this foal, I think he would have only been a couple of days old, judging by the photo of Aira and Willow. He didn't even have a name yet. We haven't picked one out. So I was like, So she has given him his first human connection. And when they've reunited, he's recognised her, even though, like, kids change so much. And it's just funny because other kids had been out to the farm, because I sometimes give like riding lessons and things like that, or someone will bring their pony out and I'll give them a hand with it or whatever. And Willow was like, no, didn't want anything to do with anyone. And I was getting so worried about him, because I was like, oh, it's not normal behavior for the little ponies, And as soon as he saw Ara, he like came flying over, and he knew her, and it was so, oh goodness, and it was so bizarre because I didn't have the knowledge yet, because I'd forgotten because we have so many foals, like Ara's patted so many foals, and it was just this one that she was the first person to touch him. And I thought, oh my, like this little foal has remembered her. And, she had no idea that this was the foal that she cuddled. She just sees him, oh, another pony, it's for me. She won't let me sell any of the ponies, even though they're supposed to be sold. She's like, they're all my ponies. So now I have a collection of ponies. Oh, it's so funny. She's like, you can't sell my Jeremiah and you can't sell my Poppy. The only horse that she says I'm allowed to sell is the one that bucked me off. I'll show you a photo. It was pretty epic, getting bucked off. It was so bad. Anyway, so I thought, this is amazing. The memory involved stretched years on little developing foal brains. Like, that to me, like, I've always been of the opinion that horses are far more intelligent than we give them credit for as humans. Like, we are always wanting to be the smart ones and stuff like that. But sometimes these little things just remind you that these are intelligent, sentient animals. And I want to hear all of your stories about how horses have remembered things from years past, or if you had a childhood pony and you went away to uni or whatever and you came home years later and your pony still remembers you, or it got sold and you haven't seen it for years and then it remembers you. I want to know all of this. Or if you haven't, likewise, if you have had a similar situation and the horse hasn't remembered you, please let us know, because I would really love to compile all of this data and actually do a scientific style analysis on it. Obviously, it won't be clinical study level science, but it's a good indication on whether or not that question is worth proposing in that scientific context. So if you guys have any anecdotal stories about horses remembering you years later, please let me know. You can email me. I'll put my email up here. You can comment on this video. Please let us know, because I think that it's up to us horse lovers to rewrite how people perceive equine intelligence, because I feel that horses are a lot smarter than we've been able to demonstrate to date in science. So please tell me all of your clever horse stories. I can't wait to hear them. And please like and subscribe so that we can continue making these amazing videos for you guys. And I am really, really interested in this topic. Please let us know, because I am so keen to find out. This blew my mind. This is like mind-blowing for me, because I've studied animal behavior, right? It's my thing. So at my university, my research thesis was all in animal studies and animal behavior, and now that I'm just looking at horses in a whole different way, I really want to use my skills to answer these questions. So please tell me. Please tell me. Thank you so much.